Hello there guys, my name is Chris, YouTube channel Dogs the Bone Pub, for Theme Park News, and welcome to a Theme Park Newsroom update from Universal. Now this is on the announcement that we've already uploaded yesterday but took it down because there's some music issues on Epic Universe. Now the music wasn't turned down, so you could barely hear me in yesterday's upload. So I took it down. I'm using the same music, but don't worry, it will be turned down by this point, so you'll be able to hear me. Big shout out to Chris Carr. I know he wants to shout out in that video, but because I bolstered up, thought I'd give him another one for this upload. But also as well, I wanted a deeper look into each area of the map, so it's going to be longer than the original one. And you're gonna get a longer video, so we get to look more into this. So for those of you who don't know the statistics then of this project, let's have a look then into Universal's Epic Universe. So we're going to put the concept art on your screen now. For those of you who don't know what this project is, it's a 750-acre site near the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, specifically south of Sand Lake Road and east of Universal Boulevard. The new park will be featuring its own entertainment district, restaurants, hotels, shops and brand new attractions. It will employ 14,000 members of the team and a rate of pay will be $15 per hour. Now Universal didn't answer any questions on what the land will be, but we're going to have a look at that in terms of a concept art breakdown. But more details on Epic Universe will be revealed over time. So let's start off then with the entrance area. So we're sort of going through the middle here before we split off into each area. So starting off then with this entrance area, so right at the bottom and then just working your way up. So from the entrance area then, you can see that Universal chose to stick with the classic arches but with a worldly twist. So to the left of the entrance, looking to be a covered marketplace and possibly a big box store. And moving up, it looks as though there could be a flat ride of some kind just over the water there. So if you sort of pause the video there and sort of zoom in, you can see like a hexagon type building, which looks to be a carousel from what we know. So sort of moving through, there is also a beautiful glass covered building, which is sort of above the hexagon building for the carousel. It's right underneath the big fountain. It's this sort of glass covered building which looks to be an indoor restaurant. So that should be a really nice addition to the park. So the guest is a highly themed restaurant. So continuing up the centre, we come to the lagoon filled with the fountains and the lights, which you can see above that glass covered building. So the lagoon area, if you can see closely, is surrounded by arena seating. So we could be seeing a nighttime spectacular. So sort of getting some Disney vibes from that. So finishing up in that middle area, the entrance area. So this includes the Hobson Entertainment Shopping District, which is where the glass covered building, Hello the restaurant, is. So I'm guessing the restaurant will be part of the Hub shop and dining entertainment experience, as will the fountain, even though it looks more like a centerpiece in front of the hotel. So of course behind the fountain, like I said, you've got this grand hotel. So the guess is you can enter from both inside and outside the park, thanks to a main road located just behind. So let's have a look then at each specific Epic Universe land/area. So first of all, we're going to be looking for possible expansion room. So let's have a look at the two major expansion spaces. So first of all, to the left, we've got the space between Nintendo and Classic Monsters. Now I'm not going to go into detail about it now, but it seems like there's an arena, which is like it's like this like long building, and then it looks like some outdoor seating if you sort of looking closely to Classic Monsters. So it looks very likely that we could be seeing a show there. If that show is Beetlejuice, and I'll go into detail about that if you didn't know already, you know, are they going to use that expansion room for a brand new area, or are they going to bring a brand new version of Disaster, a motion picture starring you? I'd love that ride to come back. I've wanted to try it for ages, and I was sad that it was going, especially with the negative comments in the past for Fast and Furious Supercharged. Now, the second expansion area to the right, opposite that one, is between the Dueling Launch and Fantastic Beasts area. And I'll go on about the Dueling Launch more in a bit. That expansion area near that building looks like a good bunch of room. Maybe if you moved the queue line maybe for the launch coaster and sort of move it towards the new area, maybe you could give it a brand new brand, or maybe they're just going to include it in How to Train Your Dragon at some point. And like I said, I'll get onto that in a bit in more detail. But it seems like that's more ride space rather than land, because it's not exactly that big, but again, I could be mistaken. The Nintendo Classic Monster space is more land, if you know what I mean. Maybe they could put Disaster, a motion picture starring you again, in between the Dueling Launch and Fantastic Beasts, you know, as part of the hub area. But let's get on then with our first area, and we're going to start with Nintendo. So you can see the tunnel on the far right looking a bit square in this concept. So it's believed to be the round green pipe recognised throughout Nintendo, or throughout the Mario series specifically. So very good theming item there. So into the land, guests will be greeted by the colourful and blocky world of Mushroom Kingdom. So very nice theming items there. So to the left is what we believe to be the home of the Yoshi themed dart ride. Now this is the Yoshi Omni Mover ride. So you can see a massive building right there. Like a massive square building right near, it's sort of, you know, on the protractor, it's really, you know, quite left of the entrance area, but it's near it, but it stretches out near the back of the Nintendo section of the park. That's believed to be the Yoshi Omni Mover attraction. Now, of course, I did mention in a separate video when I was discussing about the more details released about the Yoshi Omni Mover attractions at all the Nintendo areas, the only part to not get one of the Yoshi ride is Hollywood, and that's because that same ride system is going to be in Hollywood's main park for 2020 for their brand new dart ride, Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. So that's the only reason they're not getting a Yoshi ride. However, it seems like Orlando's will have the Yoshi Omni Mover ride, and we're believing the building to be for that. So heading into the land as well, we also have the entrance to the Mario Kart attraction to the left. If you look on the concept art, you can see you can see like some buildings and you know, like a colourful area sort of around the front there. So again, it could be it could be good. I think it could be good. Now, of course, also, if you see around the back, sort of near the back of the building, you can see this island-type atmosphere, which leads me to believe we could be getting that Donkey Kong minecart coaster concept, 'cause it does look like Coaster Track at the back. So that's at least one coaster for the area. Spoke about the other one in more detail. I'll speak about the other one in more detail that I've already mentioned in a little bit. But yes, it looks to me as if that is the Donkey Kong minecart coaster concept that we're finally going to get in this area. So there's not much to give away about the second area with the classic monsters. This is the Universal Monsters themed area. All these rumours, by the way, not speculated. It's speculated, not confirmed in any way. So very reminiscent of a European village. We can get vibes from that. Now at the top is that Dracula's castle. Now, again, you'll have to look very, very closely, but right at the back of the area, right at the top, you can see what looks to be Dracula's castle. So, again, it could be a brilliant spot. Now, of course, I did mention about the arena over to the left of the Monsters themed land, so we're not sure yet if this is part of Monsters Land or something completely different. And one of the rumours that people want to see is to bring back Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review. And to be fair, Beetlejuice is part of Universal Monsters, so again, it would make sense to bring that show into that arena. Over to the other side of the hotel then, we have our next themed area, the Fantastic Beasts section. Now, one thing I did spot is what could possibly be the US Ministry of Magic. It looks very... now, the street area looks like a magical version of New York City. However, it looks slightly Parisian. Now, I have got that. It looks slightly Parisian in a way. But I've spotted what could be the US-based Ministry of Magic, the Magical Congress of the United States of America. So the main viewpoint of the land, but it's hidden away by the fireworks, is a ginormous show building. Could this house a single attraction, or are we in for more than one ride? So again, that's going to be a question answered over time, more details set to be revealed over time, and I'll bring separate updates when we get those announcements. Final themed area then, obviously we had to talk about the hub area, which is technically not an area yet. However, we've got the How to Train Your Dragon area, the most kid-friendly section, or believed to be the most kid-friendly section of the park, based on the types of attractions. So if you look very, very closely, you can see what looks to be a family coaster. You know, sort of near the Julian Launch coaster, but it's more family related, so I'm guessing that could be a Vekoma Junior coaster, just from speculation. You can also see dueling Gerstlauer Skyfly attractions. Now, I didn't originally spot this, however, I sort of had a closer look, and I did spot one Gerstlauer Skyfly and a section in my concept image that I'm following with the different area names. I also had a spot of parts of a second Gerstlauer Skyfly. So it looks like we're going to have two. If you don't know what a Skyfly is, basically looking at Red Arrow's Skyforce at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and rides like that, Flying Ninjago at Legoland. So again, we're looking at that type of attraction. Now let's finally go on to this hub area. So at first we could have been seeing it part of How to Train Your Dragon, but it's now believed to be part of the hub area with no IP. So we'll have to sort of wait and see if time will tell with that one. But basically, looking in more detail then at this Julian Launch coaster, sort of zooming in quite tight here, from the cars, from the trains that I saw peeping out over the yellow lighted part of the track, it is white track. However, some parts of it are like blue, green, orange, yellow. That's lighting, don't worry, it's white track. From the cars, could it be an S&S? I mean, it looks very S&S type cars. However, it could be an Intamin, it could be a Mack. Now, the only thing with an Intamin is I don't think this is part of the rumoured 2-for-1 deal. Now, if you don't know about this, there was a rumoured 2-for-1 deal by Intamin that they got, which was Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure and the rumoured Intamin Blitz Taron-style coaster themed to Jurassic World, rumoured for 2021 at the Islands of Adventure Park as well. So 2 Islands of Adventure Intamin coasters in one deal. Now, if this is Intamin, it wouldn't be part of the deal. It would be a separate Julian Launch coaster. However, if my guess is correct, based on the knowledge of Julian Launch coasters, I think this is just between S&S and Premier Rides, because they are the primary manufacturers of Julian Launch coasters. I would have said Vekoma, but the single car Julian Launch coaster, of course, doesn't have a single car. So that would rule it out specifically, unless Vekoma are coming up with a brand new launched Julian coaster concept. So there we go. So that's just sort of a rundown then of pretty much everything in this park, or what could be part of this park. So as well as so to sum up then, we've got 2 Gerstlauer Skyflies, 2 possible dark rides or attractions inside. You know, you got the Yoshi Omni mover, and of course the Fantastic Beasts one hidden by the fireworks in the concept art. There is possible a Mario Kart opposite in the Nintendo world, the Donkey Kong Mine coaster, the Julian Launch coaster, the family coaster in How to Train Your Dragons. The launch coaster is going to be an interesting one to follow, the Julian one. What manufacturer is it? S&S, Premier, Intamin, Vekoma. Any one of those manufacturers it could be. It could also tell what could the theme be, you know, because it looked like it was part of that How to Train Your Dragon section, but reports are now saying it's going to be part of the hub area with no IP. So what name are they going to choose for that one? Are they going to choose a sort of discovery theme for that one? You saw the building near to it. It looked like a bit of a flat planetarium, if you know what I mean. Sort of next to it, sort of near the Fantastic Beasts area, but sort of separating the Fantastic Beasts pathway and the pathway near the Julian launch coaster in How to Train Your Dragon. So again, it's going to be interesting to follow the developments of that one. Again, the Donkey Kong coaster at the back looks like that minecart coaster concept. We know that, I believe it's Peterson, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think that's the manufacturer's name, but it's something along the lines of that. We know they've been testing that concept recently in one of their factories. I saw some footage on Reddit of a coaster being tested. It was uploaded to the forum, and it was the forum for Epic Universe, so it links to the Donkey Kong minecart coaster concept, which looks to be what that is, basically. It's kind of like a dart ride coaster, so I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that one. The Fantastic Beasts, if it is a dart ride hidden by those fireworks, I mean, I think someone commented on the original video. He hopes it's something like Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, that kind of dart ride. If you've been on that, you'll know what I mean. So something on the lines of that, but sort of themed around Fantastic Beasts. It looks to me with the Fantastic Beasts area as if they're going for a New York Parisian style street that's been, and then they're going to have this like massive show building at the back, which is a dart ride, and it's going to be, I'm guessing the area is going to be set in this New York Parisian street, and then have this dart ride themed around the Fantastic Beasts taking over the street, if you know what I mean. So they're really going in detail with this. Actually, to be fair, not just the coasters and the attractions and the shopping districts and everything like that. One of my favourite parts of the whole, you know, sort of attraction is that Grand Hotel right at the back. I think that's going to look absolutely fantastic when it opens, especially at night time. We're pretty much certain that the park's going to open at night time because of the shopping district, the hotels, the shops, the restaurants. We know it's going to be more than just a theme park. It's going to be a full entertainment resort. This is going to be situated a few minutes away from the rest of the Universal Orlando parks, the Universal Studios, the Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, the rest of the hotels and resorts up there. So it's going to be a few minutes drive away from there, and you're going to sort of drive away from the Orlando resort, and you're going to be driving a few minutes away. You're going to step into the Epic Universe. And to be fair, one of the comments made by one of the people in charge of the project is a universe is bigger than a world, and that was to do with when they come to announcing more details over time. So again, really ecstatic for this, really excited for this. In terms of predicting an opening date, I would suggest between 2023 and 2025. I think that's what we're looking at here. Obviously, the rumours were out for a long time that Universal were in for a third gate theme park. Us enthusiasts, we've been looking at the first documents, the plans, the rumours of what could be included. Obviously, there was a rumour at the time that Lord of the Rings could be included. However, that looks to have either fallen through, negotiations have fallen through, or it looks like the Lord of the Rings area didn't make the final product, if you like, the final design. So, again, you know, that's just the first concept art. Obviously, things can be added over time while they're building, you know, while they're building stuff, they could be like, oh, you know, I sort of think that a bench or something like that could work here. We could add that in like the last minute, maybe. I don't know. I think if they're going to add something extra to it, I think it would just be finishing touches like extra benches, lamps. I think the lighting around the area, especially at night time, is going to be absolutely fantastic. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, Universal Studios Orlando, in terms of a whole, Islands of Adventure, the Studios Park, the Volcano Bay, and the hotels, that's been a major dream destination for me and for the channel, because I've never been to the Universal Studios, so it'd be nice to go to a Universal Studios park, but I think the dream is to go to each one in the future. So it'd be Florida, Hollywood, Japan, Singapore. You know, there's loads of Universal Studios parks I'd love to attend in the future, and I think with the announcement of Universal's Epic Universe, I think this really pushes my drive to choose Florida first. Obviously, I've been a bit wishy-washy with Florida and Hollywood if I was to choose a Universal Studios park to go to first. I think Florida's the destination first before Hollywood, just because of the fact that, you know, I'd like to experience the Studios Park, Islands of Adventure, and Epic Universe. Now, in terms of if there's any hopper passes, or if they plan to introduce any hopper passes in terms of hotel guests, so if you're staying at one of the hotels, either the Hotel Epic Universe or the hotel at the Universal Studios and sort of near Volcano Bay and Islands of Adventure, I think they should introduce like a Universal Hotel Hopper Pass, sort of take inspiration from Disney a bit, and so you can hop between the parks, so you can hop between the studios, hop between Islands of Adventure and Epic Universe. I think you should get a Hotel Easy Pass, kind of like what Disney do again with their hotels, especially at Disneyland Paris. I think they do it at all the Disney parks, but I know they do it at Disneyland Paris where they have a Park Hopper Pass and a Hotel Easy Pass. Now, the Hotel Easy Pass sort of gives you exclusive ride access, so I think, you know, extra ride time is perfect for Universal. Again, I don't like to compare Disney and Universal, but I think they sort of need to take inspiration from Disney a bit and sort of utilise the fact they've got a third theme park and use Hotel Hopper Passes and Hotel Easy Passes for extra ride time hours and things like that. So I think there's a lot of things to include in this project. Obviously, transportation is going to be simple. Now, we believe Universal are asking permission for the railway line through Orange County to have a stop near the Orange County Convention Centre or at the Orange County Convention Centre because it's right outside Epic Universe. They want a train stop for Universal's Epic Universe, realistically saying. Which would be great because you're sort of stepping on the public transport and then you step off into Epic Universe. So it would be nice. We believe there's going to be a bus service. Hopefully they introduce a bus service from Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, etc., etc. And like a bus service that goes directly from those Universal properties straight down to Epic Universe. I'd like to see that be implemented as well. So that's pretty much everything. That's the location, the concept art, the potential areas. Obviously, it's not confirmed those areas. However, it's very likely. Now, you guys saw a concept art on your screen. I used a similar concept art. It was the same one, but it was a Twitter image that I downloaded, and I followed that one with the different area names of what it rumoured to be, basically. So all those areas are rumours, not confirmation in any way whatsoever. And I'm really excited about this. We sort of talked about transportation, the pay of the staff, how many staff members is going to be in the park to start off with, predicting an opening date. We've covered pretty much everything we need to know about this sort of brand new theme park. So hopefully this video is longer than the original upload from yesterday that I took down due to the music being too loud and I forgot to edit it down. So there we go. So that is Universal's Epic Universe, predicted, in my opinion, to open between 2023 and 2025. If I could, I would love to get down there for the opening day of the park. If it's around 2025, I'd love to get down there for the opening day of the park. I'm kind of praying it's 2022 or 2027 maybe. I kind of want it to be 2022 because it'd be like the 5th anniversary of the channel and stuff like that. It'd be nice to go down to the opening day of this park. Obviously I wouldn't be at uni anymore, I'd be finished by then, so it would be nice to get down there for the opening day of Epic Universe over in Florida. It would be a fantastic trip, especially if it opens in the summer. It's easy to get there in the summer rather than spring, even though it'd be uni finished and stuff like that. So it'd be easy to get down there anytime, but obviously with the summer, with people being there, they want to sort of open it to flocks of crowds, if you know what I mean. So obviously when we get more details, we'll bring them to you in separate updates. Any construction updates that Universal release, obviously it'd be nice to get in touch with Universal. Universal, if you're watching, it'd be nice to get in touch with you and try and get some exclusive construction updates and bring them to the channel. But like I said, whether I do, whether I don't, whether release them publicly or just privately, again, it would be nice to bring some construction updates. So if I do that, I'll bring it to you on the channel as well in separate updates. But there we go. So that is Universal's Epic Universe. Cannot wait for this. Third Gate theme park. We've been asking for it for ages, and we finally got Epic Universe. Now, of course, the Fantastic Worlds name seemed to have been a first draft name, but it looks like the Fantastic Worlds name is not being used, and of course Epic Universe was trademarked a couple of days before the announcement, so it was pretty much certain we're going to see Epic Universe, especially with the teaser, something epic is coming. Now, the last thing I need to sort of talk about a little bit is, I'm sure people are going to say this, what happened with the Something is Hatching teaser? Now, of course, you don't know about this. Basically, it was Something is Hatching, and this was linked to the Intamin Blitz for 2021, rumoured to be for 2021, in Islands of Adventure themed Jurassic World. Now, they didn't mention anything about August 1st on that teaser. So I think Something is Hatching is going to be announced in August or September, but I think it's going to be on a different day. It's definitely going to be on a different day, because otherwise it would have been announced yesterday. But I think it's going to be announced at a different time in August, either mid-August, late August, or early September. I think that's what they're going to go with. I think they're going to announce it this year, the new Intamin Blitz Coast for the next couple of years in 2021 at Islands of Adventure. I think they're going to announce it this year, and then they can just, when everything's out there, of course, they trademark the name Velocicoaster. I've mentioned that in a separate update. I do believe they're going to announce it this year, so they can just make sure it's all out there, out in the open. Velocicoaster, opening 2021, teaser video, yada yada yada, and then they're going to start construction. They're going to really pick up the pace once everything's announced. They can stop being so secret about it, and they can start teasing the coaster on the front of the construction walls, and they can really pick up the pace on the construction updates. So I can't wait for Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure, I can't wait for the Epic Universe, and I can't wait for the future of Universal Studios Orlando, because we've still got the rumours of a Jason Bourne stunt show replacing Terminator 2 3D, which has been closed for a couple of years. That's set to open next year. Obviously, Universal have got some stuff in the works. I'm excited to see when August 23rd to 25th comes around for D23 Expo. I'm excited to see what Disney's going to bring, because of course Universal announced that they weren't going to say any more on Epic Universe because of competition. So I've got a feeling they're going to wait for D23 Expo to come out and then start releasing more details about their new theme parks. So I'm excited to see what Disney's going to bring, and I'm excited to see what the new details are going to be for Universal's Epic Universe. Hopefully we get some surprises in there. So thank you very much for watching this theme park newsroom update, one of the longest theme park newsroom updates it feels, on Universal's Epic Universe. I'm out of breath. Make sure you go and check out all the videos. Make sure you go and check out all the playlists for all our videos, all our newsroom updates from 2018, 2019. We've got separate playlists for each update. Obviously, when 2020 comes around, we're going to start our own playlist for Theme Park Newsroom 2020. So again, really interesting. Obviously, in about a month or two time, obviously the theme park, the Clamshell Awards, I believe they're called, for Cupcakes and Coasters, that's going to start up again, hopefully in a couple of months, hopefully, if it's still running, fingers crossed. So hopefully it'd be nice to get out there and win an award this year for coaster YouTubing. So thank you very much for watching this theme park newsroom update from Universal Studios Orlando. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now, guys, my name is Coach Jay, born but built for theme park news. Keep living the coast life, and I'll see you guys in the next video today that's been pre-recorded yesterday from Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Take care, have an awesome day, my friends.